Welcome to Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews. If you like what we do, please support us by joining our Patreon page. A big thank you to Jeff Miller and Ron Hoppy. Don't forget to check out Haley's Pro Shop in Burlington, Washington for world-class drilling and coaching.
All right, welcome back to the Tamer Favorites Series 2019-2020. This time I want to move on to the next category, the mid-defined. If you didn't watch the explanation video, please go ahead and check that out. In short, the mid-defined category is a step down from the strong defined category. Okay, so the strong defined is your number one top of the bag ball. The short version is when you still want angular motion but need more length, you pick up a mid-defined ball out of the bag. You've probably watched some of the other favorite videos by now, but in this one, I have a clear 1 to 5 order of balls. Some of the factors are, availability, and most current pieces. But these balls are all great pieces, of which do have some nuances for selection. And these are my favorites for 2019-2020. Okay, let's start with number 5. Number 5 ball is the Columbia Savage Life. In my mind, this was one of the best Pro ASIMs EBI has offered in a while, but more importantly, in the mid-defined category. And you saw this ball a lot on TV as well. Good length and angular move down lane. It's probably a touch cleaner than I want, which just means it theoretically can border between mid-defined and another category I have, which is mid-late. So it's number 5 and not, higher in the ranking for 2 reasons. First is that for me personally, I want a ball that squarely fit in a category to make creating an arsenal easy and then choosing the ball when I need it easy. And second is that with the Brunswick acquisition, this ball's likely phasing out. And that takes us to number 4. Here we have the Storm Astrophysics. This is just about the quintessential skid flip ball. I do love the core, like I mentioned, with the physics. My biggest concern with this ball is the use of the R2S pearl cover. And really, it's similar to my concern with the Savage Life. The Astrophysics has the same fate. The medium cover strength makes this one, for my personal arsenal, sort of border, in a sense, between mid-defined and mid-late. And I don't want confusion when I'm picking a ball, when I'm taking a ball out of the bag, when I'm on the lanes. So from the left side, honestly, I want less skid flip and a bit stronger cover for this particular category. It's still a great ball, hence making my top 5. So moving on to number 3, and that is the very popular Phase 3. This ball has received huge market hype, and much of it is deserved. It's the quintessential long and strong ball reaction. The ball gets down lane very easily, and the core can shape almost like a strong ASIM. So why number 3? Well, you have to be in my shoes. A lefty rarely needs this much skid flip. Too clean, too sharp. Of course, with all of these balls, I can adjust surface. However, while I do like the R3S cover in a few incarnations, I found that the R3S hybrid in particular, a little surface changed the base characteristic a bit too much for me. So out of the box, it straddled the mid-defined and mid-late, same as the previous 2. But with surface, it almost turns in like completely something else, into mid-control. And honestly, that's just too confusing in my opinion for me and my personal arsenal in this category, which keeps it out of the top 2 spots, but still a great ball. Okay, number 2. Now we're getting into the balls I can truly and easily put in my personal bag for this slot. The number 2 ball is the Hammer Black Widow Pink. This is another old EBI ball that will likely need to be reincarnated by Brunswick in the future. You probably have a limited time to find one as stock dwindles. But while other balls so far have been quintessential skid flip, for me, this is more quintessential mid-defined ball, this category. It uses a strong pearl cover with a strong core that is capable of big motion. What makes this ball better for me than the previous three is that it doesn't go quite as long before it reads. And that makes all the difference in the world. It's very versatile and can be adjusted within its range, keeping it in the same category essentially. All right, finally we've reached number one, and for me that is the Rotogrip nuclear cell. The nucleus core has continued to be a staple for Rotogrip, just like the gas mask has been for Hammer, and they just work. And there's a clear ball motion difference for me between this ball and the pink. However, they both squarely fit in this mid-defined category. Remember, I said there could be variations of ball reaction, but while still fitting in a category. The nuclear covers an even stronger pearl, but it doesn't take away from its ability to still almost go sideways off the end of the pattern. And while you might say, I thought you don't like sideways, that's true. However, the cell core is a heavy rolling core, so that heavy earlier roll balances the hard cover response to lead to a very understandable motion, and it kind of makes it somehow magical. So, my personal number one is easily the Rotogrip nuclear cell. We've talked a lot about loving Pearl ASIMs, and that is fundamentally because mid-defined balls tend to work well on house shots and are versatile. And these 5 balls can fit in your bag in this slot depending on the type of bowler you are. For my game, the last 2 balls are very clear head and shoulders above the others in this category, and I can live with either one easily. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out the rest of the series.